Howdy, howdy, my dear friends. Here I am recording this intro on November 20th of 2024, the day Pluto is actually moving into Aquarius. It's big, beautiful energy for me because of my birth chart and where Pluto and Aquarius and everything sit. And I'm ready to embark on this new quest. Woohoo! Now, before we start your reading, I'd like to share with you some information for 2025 and what I'm intending to provide for my community. But if you'd prefer to leap ahead and bypass this intro and start your reading, there's a timestamp in the description box of the video that will jump you to your 2025 forecast. The year 2025 is going to be quite a transitional and transformational one, especially with Pluto moving into Aquarius until 2043. The last time Pluto was in Aquarius was from around 1778 to 1798. And during that time, the planet experienced revolutions of many kinds, including social, political, things to do with labor, economic disparities, and unique expression of imagination that led to leaps in technology. Now, it has and it will impact generations to come, as will these next 18 years. So whatever we decide as a collective will change the course of history and the lives of future generations. No pressure, right? It's exciting, and yeah, we can be a little anxious or nervous too, but that's part of this journey. Hopefully, what Spirit has put upon me to provide over this next year will make it a little easier to choose the excitement over the fear. The world of humans does seem very divided right now, but have hope. This is a sign and reflection of the age of Aquarius that announces that the old ways no longer work for where we're heading as a planet and as a race of humanity. It will require us to see the higher capital T truths rooted in unconditional love and joy and laughter and peace and gratitude as well. And that will help us release the attachment to the old small t truths, which were rooted in fear and lower vibrational conditional love. One brings unity, the other brings separation as it focuses on self-survival rather than the us survival and us thrival. Yeah, I'm going to make up a new word, I guess, but where we thrive together. Now, for the last decade or so, Spirit has given me a theme each year that coincides with the last number of the year, whether it be by rhyming or by digit. So 2025 is geared up to be a very different year, astrologically, globally, politically, spiritually, etc., etc. So I was prepared that the theme could really be on any subject. And I was very glad to have it focused on a quest, right? Yeehaw! How exciting, right? But it will be a quest for the 5 elements. Quest for the 5 in 2025. What does that mean? The 4 elements of fire, earth, air, and water represent the 4 areas that our human character experiences in this human life. And I relate these to the tarot, which we can use to receive messages from the ethereal to assist us on our adventure. The 5th element is what I'm calling ether, which can represent the essence of the cosmic mother and cosmic father, our creator, which is the source of eternal, unconditional love energy. And I do feel our entire adventure here as a human is all about that love, either expressing or experiencing it, or crying out for it as we discover what it feels like to experience the opposite of that capital L love, which is conditional love rooted in the fear of being rejected or not being enough, a small L love. We are a perfect mountain, and we come down as a sort of satellite to move around the perfect mountain, exploring it, to see different perspectives of who we really are by experiencing a lot of who we are not. So the quest for the 5 elements will look at the 4 areas of our lives that the 4 elements relate to. So fire, which is our spiritual, energetic, vibrational journey. Earth, our physical, abundant, external world journey. Air, which is our mental and communication journey. And water, which is, of course, our emotional journey. And I'll join this with how we can use each of these areas of our human lives to raise our capital L love vibration in search of the ether. We'll have many opportunities this next year to either choose lower or higher vibrational energy, and we'll experience events and people and relationships that correspond to whatever energy we focus on. And I'm looking forward to learning as much as I can through the elements over this next year, and I invite you to be part of that adventure with me. I'm posting these 2025 forecast readings for each individual zodiac sign mid to late December, but my YouTube channel members have had early access to those as I've recorded them. I know how exciting, I know, right? If you'd like to become one of my YouTube channel members to help support my channel and to dive deeper with me, I do offer 2 levels. Zen Cricket is $2.99 a month. Praying Mantis level is $7.99 per month. In addition to early access to these 2025 forecast videos, you would also have advanced access to other videos that I intend on posting on a regular basis in 2025. So here's a sneak peek on what I intend on providing. First, we got the weekly Zen Bites on Fridays, which share a short tidbit that can help us maintain or return to our Zen, which is our connection to that higher vibrational love energy. Then we got monthly Zen Gate card readings that focus on the special energy portal that's created like on 1/1, like January 1st, 2/2, 3/3, 4/4, etc. And we can use this energy to catapult or bounce us up into higher vibration. Also have monthly card readings for the change in the zodiac sun that happens every month, as well as new moon and full moon readings. Knowing these energies can help us navigate our path as we use the astrological energy instead of letting it use us. I also have a monthly quest video that will focus on a specific element for the month with tools and information to help us make the most of the quest and the energy at the time. And of course, as I have already put out for this season, quarterly seasonal influence card readings as we experience the solstice and the equinox together. And those will be split out by astrological sign elements, so air signs, fire signs, etc., which I already put those out for winter, summer, back middle of December. So be sure to check those out. I'll try to remember to put a link down in the description box of the video. So yeah, all that's going to keep me busy a little bit and focused. So I'm excited for all that though. And everyone will have access to these at the scheduled time. But as I mentioned, my YouTube channel members will receive advanced access to all of these as soon as I record them and I upload them. In addition to sharing all of that, I'll continue to have live readings on Friday and Saturday evenings and Saturday and Sunday late mornings. Donations and my YouTube channel members do receive priority, and I always purpose to complete their readings the same day. Zen Cricket and Praying Mantis also have a special 2-hour live session on Wednesday evenings, and Praying Mantis have an additional 2 hours on Thursday evening, as well as an additional hour or so on Friday and Saturday nights and Sunday afternoon after my regular live sessions. So if you're interested in becoming a YouTube channel member, there is a link in the description box of the video down below. I also offer a variety of paid services like personal readings. That includes past life readings. I do some energy work and a few other options. So if you're interested in even deeper messages and experiences, there is a link in the description box below to a booking page that lists the items and additional information as well. Life can certainly be interesting. I'm so glad to have such amazing souls with huge hearts and great senses of humor along with me on my adventure. So thank you so much for taking the time to listen to the intro. And if you got this far, if you'll comment on this video down below, sharing something that you would like to see come to fruition in 2025, I'll automatically enter you into a drawing for the chance to win a recorded personal reading. You can comment on as many of the 12 videos as you would like, and each of those 12 would count as an entry into the drawing. So I'll pull winners at various times during January and post a video announcing the winners. Exciting. Don't tell anyone else. Shh. Alrighty, let's get into your 2025 forecast. All right, Pisces, this is your 2024 energy forecast. I'm excited to see what energy comes in. I'm actually a Pisces moon, so I'm excited to see what this Pisces energy is going to bring in for all of us in 2025. And we're going to approach it in a compass format here. And we'll start in the middle, which is the ether, the overall theme that Spirit wants to know for Pisces for 2025. And we're going to start with these Wisdom of the Elders Oracle and get the first theme. So let's start there for Pisces. What do you want them to know? What's this Pisces theme? Or one of them, of course, for 2025. All right, nope, none of those. I actually have a stellium in Pisces, which means 3 or more planets. So I'm very influenced by that Pisces energy. And here is our card. So let's take a look here. What do we got going on here? We got the Sweat Lodge, which is rebirth. Amazing. All right. So card 35 here. We'll put it right here. And let's see what energy comes in here. Of course, rebirth, that's kind of self-explanatory. Let's see what else they want us to know. Sweat Lodge ceremonies are sacred and symbolic of the womb of Mother Earth. They are a way to purify the mind, the body, and spirit by sweating out toxins and ridding oneself of the negative energy that can create disorder and imbalance. In the same way that a newborn experiences a massive physical transformation with birth, the process of the Sweat Lodge is physically and mentally challenging, but it gives the opportunity for a second chance. In the ceremony, volcanic stones are heated in fire outside and then brought inside and placed in a hole in the center of the lodge. Participants offer prayers and positive intentions, and they sit in complete darkness around the grandfather stones, where they sweat away old habits and beliefs, which allows for deep healing to take place. This reflects an inner journey into the dark and hidden places of your soul, so that you can deepen your connection to the ancient wisdom possessed by Mother Earth. The heat and darkness within the lodge itself, coupled with the spiritual experiences that can take place, can be rather intense. But the ceremony is an opportunity for participants to acknowledge personal struggles and connect to the womb of Mother Earth in a significant way. If you've drawn the Sweat Lodge card today, there is an opportunity for a total rebirth in your life right now, or over 2025. You're being offered a second chance to heal and shed light on parts of yourself that you've outgrown. It can be difficult to change our lives, but ultimately we are here to heal and grow and become born again and again. You're now entering a lighter phase of life where you will feel like a brand new person. Hallelujah, right? Now is the time to surrender and release what no longer serves you so you can truly heal. Wow. Powerful rebirth energy, and it's so perfect for 2025, right? So I love that. And we will gain clarity here. We actually have the crystal clear quartz here, which does bring clarity. And what we're going to do is we're going to use this tarot deck, which this one is the Tarot of the Sacred Kingdoms. And what I do is I split out the major arcana from the 4 suits of the minor arcana, and these will represent the 4 directions we'll get to and we'll talk about when we get there. But the major arcana is like this card. It's more clarity into the overall themes of 2025. What does Spirit want you to know about your journey? So card's already revealing itself. We will take a look here. Wow. Well, this is one of the few cards. There's 2 extra cards in this deck. And you have the Phoenix, which is rebirth, right? It's rising from the ashes, a whole different change. In fact, I want to read from the book here. They have just a little blurb in here for it. It is transformation, resilience, rebirth is right in here in the book. It says this is a very special card you picked up today, so pay attention because it is a blessing and a very strong message. No matter how difficult or challenging life may be, you have the strength to rise from the ashes and be born anew. This is your time to liberate into renewal. And just as the phoenix emerges from the flames, you can overcome what you may have been holding you down and soar to new heights. Endings are never permanent. Every ending is a new beginning. Strength and beauty are on your side. You are in the process of liberation in many ways. You're already there. Yeah. Been doing a lot already. And so this rebirth into 2025, wow. Shazam. I love it. We will dive into more here, of course, with the other 4 directions. The actual medicine wheel I use, we're going to start off in the south, which is fire. My fire element spirit guide is actually named Phoenix. So this is very beautiful for that fire energy and the connection to spirit that's below here. Because the fire represents it's like our passion, our drive, our ambition, our inspiration, our spiritual energy, our, overall energy. So to be our overall energetic experience for 2025, what Spirit wants us to know. We're going to start with this Gateway of Light activation oracle. So we'll take it here. This is from Kyle Gray. So let's take a look here and see. All right, there we go. This is your card. This is what Spirit wants you to know, a piece of your energetic experience in 2025. You got Memories of Atlantis, spiritual acceleration, progress, even technology. So I like that. Let's just move this up here. All right. Whoops, sorry, smacking my microphone here. So let's take a look at Memories of Atlantis. It's funny. Oh, am I not looking it up right? I'm probably not know my alphabet very well. And we will, over next year, the first 4 months, we'll be visiting how you can find out who your elemental spirit guides are, because every human is giving elemental spirit guides for this human experience specifically. And my water element is actually from Atlantis. So here's Memories of Atlantis, which is pretty cool. So it says, legend has it that Atlantis was an advanced civilization that existed thousands of years in the center of the Atlantic Ocean. Its people were highly evolved and had many spiritual gifts. There we go, spiritual gifts. They were telepathic, extremely psychic, and known for their ability to combine the laws of science and spirituality to develop technology and create heaven on earth. But somewhere along the way, many of them stopped respecting their gifts and spiritual connection. Their disrespect for the earth and ocean caused a great cataclysm that brought their civilization to an end. The Atlanteans, who had continued to live with spiritual integrity, had an awareness of what was to come and were able to achieve full ascension and move beyond the physical realm to that of light. They are now a congregation of evolved souls who, like angels and masters, work with those upon planet Earth who are following the ascension path in alignment with devotion and love. If this card comes up for you and has a strong energy or seems familiar, it's a good chance that you are a former Atlantean who didn't honor your spiritual connection then and are being given an opportunity to avoid making the same mistakes now. Yeah, this rebirth, this chance for a reborn, and this Ankh symbol of Egypt is about eternal life and reincarnation and coming back and working through things. To connect to this energy, visualize yourself cloaked in a beautiful deep blue energy. It's Atlantic Ocean blue, and say, Atlantean Council of Light, thank you for supporting the evolution of my soul so that I can surmount the karmic imbalances of my previous incarnations. The message that comes in says you're being transported through a gateway to connect with ancient Atlantis. Know that by drawing this card today, for 2025, you're receiving blessings from the Atlantean Council of Light, who are dedicated to the evolution of your soul. You're becoming aware of your gifts, and this is an exciting time, but also a time when the energies of your ego can become loud and obnoxious. Know that this gateway is appearing to remind you to stay aligned with your highest good and rooted in the energies of devotion. Then there can be a great coming together of the human and spiritual, and you can live in a more evolved way. Wow. So definitely there's this energy of recognizing your spiritual gifts. It feels like you're getting downloads and upgrades as you're working through. I don't, when I asked Spirit about karmic imbalances and karma and karmic debt and all that, and they were like, that's more of a human thing than it is a higher vibrational thing, because they explained, I'm like, well, what is karma then? And they were like, well, karma is more about exploration. It's not about having to make up for something and you have to do something to erase something. It's about perspective. And we're very curious individuals. And we're like, if we, experience a life of a slave owner, we want to come back as a slave in another lifetime, not to make up for it, but to see that side of it, and then come back as a townsperson who saw the slavery but wasn't a part of it, but they observed it, or the spouse of a slave owner who really didn't like the slavery, but you didn't feel you could step outside of that and talk against it because you had no voice. But we experience all these different ways of it, and I feel like that's more so this energy is, we experience the not honoring our spiritual gifts before in a past lifetime. Now this is all about honoring your spiritual gifts in this lifetime. So I love that. And then we have this amethyst pyramid, which represents, this focus of energy. Pyramids are known to the energy comes in and magnifies it within. So it's good energy for this. And we're going to use the wands suit of the tarot. Find out more. We're going to pull a couple cards to get more clarity on your energetic adventure in 2025. So for Pisces, all right, there's one, evidently. And then your other, what else? Okay, this one here. All right, so your first one that made itself known is the Four of Wands. Joy, celebration, balanced energy, which is important for all of this here. It's instead of having instability around your energy and what you're doing with it, you really have this solid foundation, this stable energy that comes in here. Let's see what else they want there. Yeah, and the Six of Wands. So 4 and 6, great energetic flow, victory, and supportive energy too from the spirit realm, knowing that, again with this Atlantean Council being these higher vibrational collective of beings, that they are supportive of this. Normally they have a bunch of people behind celebrating this individual on what they're accomplishing and what they're doing, but a lot of support. And so it's spirit saying, you're not in this alone. You have this, they're definitely supporting you in having stabilized energy in this lifetime and having this great flow that comes into your energetic center, especially your spiritual energetic center, that activates these new gifts, the awareness of them and the use of them and the deep diving of them here. I'm really feeling, especially regarding Akashic records, if that resonates, maybe not for all, but there's this diving deeper into the Akashic records of past lifetimes, understanding what you experienced and what you'd like to experience. Yeah, again, we kind of talked about karma, but Akashic records will allow you to kind of grasp the past lifetimes, what you're were wanting to learn and go through that, and then what you're wanting to see within that in this lifetime, like what perspective change are you wanting to experience. So I love that. And then in the medicine wheel I use, when we go to the north next, this represents earth energy. And this earth energy is the only one that's the outside world. Of course, we're going to talk about emotions and mind. This is the inner, other energy. So this is all inward. This is the only outward one that has to do with everyone else on stage with us, our props, even our own bodies. And so this represents what Spirit wants you to know about your physical adventure in 2025. So for Pisces, what do you have for them? What do you want them to know about their physical adventure? All right. Do you feel it's this one here? Okay. Put that over there. And you have the law of attraction adds power to both problems and solutions. Ooh, okay. That is card 17. We'll let you see the back and then I'll read it. Says the realization that something is not as you want it to be is an important first step. But once you've identified that, the faster you're able to turn your attention in the direction of a solution, the better. Because a continuing exploration of the problem will prevent you from finding the solution. The problem is a different vibrational frequency from the solution, and all thoughts or vibrations are affected by or managed by the law of attraction. Yeah. So this is telling us here that when we focus on lower vibrational things, we draw more things that match that. Relationships, people, situations, events in that match that lower vibration. So if I'm like, there's a problem, there's a problem, there's a problem, there's a problem, I'm telling the universe through my energy, I enjoy having problems, especially this one. Can you really draw it out? And can you bring more in too? You know, and they're like, order up, here it comes. But if instead I'm like, thank you, and have gratitude around, thank you for bringing me solutions. Thank you for showing me solutions. My mind is open. I'm so grateful. Focusing on unconditional love and joy and laughter and peace and that gratitude, then we get answers. We get higher vibrational things that come in. So we focus on our fears. It's noisy. Our vibration is low. We don't access our spiritual gifts. When we're focusing on that higher vibration, that's what Spirit speaks, all of that higher vibration. And when we raise our love vibration, we can get clear messages, and it activates our spiritual, things, but also brings things into the outside world. Our energy here creates stuff here in the physical world, right? So I love that. We also have this crystal amethyst representing the earth energy here, and the suit of pentacles, sometimes called coins. But this is what else does Spirit want you to know about your physical adventure? Boom, boom, already out here. So for 2025, for Pisces, we've got the Four of Pentacles. Here's that four. There's this balanced energy that is coming in here. It's a solid foundation. You think of fours like a big, strong, huge table with four huge legs. Very solid foundation, right? You got the stable energy. You got the stable outside world. And the Four of Pentacles does bring this message of, when we try to define ourselves by the outside world, people, situations, and things, we feel unstable because all those things are. And that's what we're taught growing up as children, right? Define yourself by those things. But people change, people pass away, people walk away. So relationships with humans are unstable. So if I define myself by those things, then I feel unstable. Situations like jobs, education, social status, whatever we can situationally get into, those things never stay the same. So we are unstable and we define ourselves by that. And then things are, we're looking at like our bodies, our bank accounts, our possessions. Those things break down, deteriorate, blow up, burn down, stolen. Again, unstable. But a great message that this has, it turns us inward and upward, is where we find our stability. Because we find the eternal, unconditional love of the higher realms, which is the only stable thing in this realm. Eternal, never ends, really, really stable, right? Unconditional, nothing I have to do to earn it, nothing I can do to lose it, so very stable. So we end up finding that we're priceless when we fill up from the inside, and that brings the stability because we're not defining ourselves by that shaky, temporary, unstable outside world, right? And then you have the Seven of Pentacles. Seven of Pentacles here has to do with when we have planted seeds in the past and they've grown and we have that harvest. We're like, okay, well, that was good for what it was, but I'm ready for something new, especially with all this rebirth. This Seven of Pentacles is, all right, I had an apple orchard. I did it for the apple juice and the apple fritters and the apple pie and applesauce and all that, blah, blah, blah. That's good, but I want guacamole now. So now I'm switching over to avocado instead so that I can have as much endless guacamole as I want, right? So this is this rebirth, the change of direction in the physical world. What you've done, and now you're done, and you're ready to move into something else. So I like that. Which takes us to the east, the element of air, the communication is air, but it's also our thoughts, our beliefs, our mindsets, our attitudes, our expectations, our stories. And for this, we're going to look into the Urban Crow Oracle to find out what Spirit wants you to know about your mental adventure in 2025. What do they want you to know about that, Pisces? So for 20, all right. I think that's it. Okay. They're very clear sometimes. Yeah. So distractions, card number 55. I like that. Boo, 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 boo. And this is, this energy of our small t truths, the old ways distracting us. And, again, with this Four of Pentacles, we've been distracted by people, society, movies, everyone pointing us out like everyone else has been pointed out there. Look to the outside world, people, situations, things. That's what fulfills you. But those are distractions. Those old stories, those old beliefs are distracting us from the true rebirth and the true direction you're wanting to go, right? So let's see what else we have here. So 2 crows work together to distract a dog. Oh yeah, there's one down here and up here. So the purpose? To steal something it values, something that provides nourishment. It's food. Someone or a situation may be calling you away from what you need to focus on, and as a result, you may end up losing something of value. Where are you turning your attention? Will it prove beneficial or a waste of time and resources? Distraction appears, this card, when your attention is focused on daydreaming or engaging activities that take you away from doing the work that in the end will create success. Distraction can be as simple as being lured into binging your favorite show or focusing on a flight of fancy that will prove to be nothing more than a waste of time. When distraction is pulled in a reading, this card, you may need to reconsider or to consider if the situation you're inquiring about is in fact nothing more than a distraction, something that is taking your attention away from a more valuable opportunity. May also serve as a warning that a successful conclusion may be at risk due to something drawing your attention away from your goal. Yeah, so this is realizing this distraction of this outside world stuff, that it's, distracting you from what you're really wanting to do and where you're really wanting to go, where you're, this passion, this rebirth that's happening, this redirection that's happening in 2025. We also have here an amethyst skull, represents all the thinking energy. And we have the suit of swords. And this, again, will show more about your mental adventure in, there's more than one card there, in 2025. So let's see what else they want you to know here. Okay. All right, boom. I guess that's the first one. So you do have the Ace of Swords coming in, which is new ways of thinking, new direction, clarity coming in around your what it is you're truly wanting. And it's an invitation with that Ace of Swords. It brings in this energy of seeing things from a higher perspective. It's a double-edged sword because it also lets you cut away the small t truths that no longer serve you, those that opinions you were given growing up and about a dream and supposed to and all this, but that's burning down. This is what 2025 is a change of direction for you. And I like that. The other thing you have here is the Eight of Swords. Yeah, I love these cards. Beautiful. Let me just zoom in a little more here. Eight of Swords is this awareness. It's flow of thought and belief, but it is, the combination of these two especially, is you're becoming aware of your own thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that have in the past made you feel blinded and bound and trapped and restricted and small and powerless. Those are the distractions. These are the things of, like they say, you're so much more powerful than you've ever been taught to believe. That's the kind of energy that's coming in here. That, there is this birth, there is this change that's coming, and you're able to question and look at what is it, that no longer serves me in these stories that I'm applying to my life. These limiting stories, these stories of smallness, of shrinking, of becoming less instead of showing who you really are. And I like that. So great energies. And then we move into the West, which is the element of water, which is your element, of course, Pisces. And this represents emotion. So this is going to be what Creator and Spirit want you to know about your emotional adventure in 2025. Nothing to fear. It's where you swim. A little fish doesn't care if a tsunami is coming. It's like, it's water. I swim in water. I'm fine. So you're not as impacted as others by this emotional tsunami. But we're going to use these Monology Manifestation Oracle and see what Spirit wants you to know about your emotional adventure in 2025. So for Pisces, I feel like it's this one right here. And you have keep your heart open, first quarter moon in Libra, balancing your emotional energies. It's a great message for water signs, I know with all the water I have in my chart, I have a ton, that it can be overwhelming when we get tsunamis full of water flooding into land, but balancing that is important energy, right? But keeping our heart open and not allowing it to close when we get flooded with emotion is important too. It says, are you too attached to someone or perhaps to your current goal? It's a wonderful thing to care deeply. However, if you start to smother the person or situation you love, you could run into trouble. Work with others as you move towards your goals, but don't become so dependent that you give away your power. Keep your heart open. This card can also suggest that it's time to negotiate something, and the way to manifest your goals now could be to come up with a solution that pleases everyone. The manifesting mix energy of this says there's no need to be adored here, which is fine. We all have that trait to an extent. But if it tips you into self-doubt, it's gone too far, right? The need to be adored, the need to fit in, etc. Now, the manifesting mindset says it's important that you don't allow yourself to get set in your ways. Keep your heart and mind open and believe in your gorgeousness. To tune into these manifesting powers, of course, the heart chakra, which would be all this emotion, it's located in the center of your chest, and it's the gateway between the upper, more spiritual chakras and the lower, more earthly chakras. It's right there in the middle. 3 above, 3 below, heart right in the middle. Visualize yourself with family, friends, and loved ones in a swirling, flowing, column of beautiful and healing emerald green. Hold this card, or imagine holding this card to your heart, and call in the energies with these words. Energies of the first quarter moon in Libra, thank you for showing me how to work with others and how to give and receive. You can manifest this magic best when the moon is in Libra, or on Friday, which is Venus's day. It's what rules over Libra. And the first quarter moon in Libra takes place when the sun is in Cancer and the moon is in Libra. It knows that someone giving in can sometimes make everything better. All right. So definitely this keeping your, not being stubborn and attached to old ways, let it burn away and release it, because you're being reborn into something so much more. I love that. Of course, we've got our pink quartz heart here, representing the heart energy, and we have the Suit of Cups. So these would be your last two cards for this reading, and we'll get more information here on what Spirit wants you to know about your emotional adventure here. Just to round out your messages here. Okay, we got that one and that one. All right. Right, so your first card here, you do have the Six of Cups coming in here. So Six of Cups, this is past life energy, and it's interesting here. As you open up to your gifts and as you open up to honoring your spiritual gifts, past life karma connections, again, being mentioned and brought up here, but it allows you, it's like part of your spiritual gifts that open up through your heart and through the subconscious, the areas of our heart chakra. That's where the gateway into the Akashic records are, where our connection is. And so, honoring your spiritual gifts, for many of you, you have this ability to access those Akashic records, to understand your past, understand lifetimes, what you wanted to glean, what you wanted to bring in, all the different perspectives. And so this is reinforcing that for you. And then you have the Two of Cups coming in. Important relationships also are highlighted for you in 2025. So if you're not in a relationship, this could be a romantic relationship, but it doesn't have to be. It could be your relationship with your higher self, your child self. It could be with family that you haven't been connected with in a while. It can be finding a new best friend or best friends. But it's relationships are very much a part of your switch and change. But I feel like many of you have had like a destruction of friendships. And from the ashes, you rise, and some will rise from the ashes, but I feel like there's a lot of newness that's coming in, and relationships that are more in alignment with your path and what you're wanting to do. Honoring this connection to spirit, honoring what you're wanting to do, where you'll choose people to hang around that like-mindedness and that are supportive of this change, not people who will resist against it. You just kind of move those further out and allow space for the new ones to come in. So I do love that for you. All right. Wow. So this is a big kind of high map compass for 2025. It by no means is all inclusive. If you listen to the intro, you know that I'm going to have monthly readings of various kinds, weekly Zen bites that will help us with tools and different videos that help us get into the 4 different directions that help us pursue this ether, this higher love vibration that will help bring peace and love and gratitude and laughter and different things into our lives. So stay open to that aware as they come out. Also, if you're interested in diving deeper, I mentioned this in the intro a little bit about I have a couple levels in my YouTube channel membership. So Zen Cricket at $2.99 a month, and then also my Praying Mantis at $7.99. We meet weekly. Wednesday nights, there's a 2-hour session for both levels from 6 to 8 p.m. Mountain Time, where we do card readings, all sorts of stuff, and it's a Q&A, so we can learn and grow around all this stuff. Praying Mantis get an additional day on Thursdays for readings and Q&A for 2 hours. And then I do go live on Friday and Saturday nights, and then Saturday and Sunday morning afternoons After my Friday and Saturday night sessions, I also have an hour or so with my Praying Mantis members. And on my Sunday afternoon session, I also have an hour with my Praying Mantis members. So all the times for all that, my lives and the meetings with my YouTube channel members is in the description box of the video. In addition to that, all my YouTube channel members also, they get advanced access to my any videos I put out. Like I got Solstice readings, they had advanced access to those. These 2024 readings, they had 3-4 weeks advance access to those. So good access. And if you're interested in any of that, there is a link in the description box of the video down below on how to become a YouTube channel member. Also, these are collective readings for the entire, signs. If you're looking for even more specific information for your specific life, I do offer personal readings. Some other things, there's an additional link in the description box around all that stuff. All right, everybody, I'm so excited that we are a collective and that we are going through this all together at this, time in our lives. And so thank you for being part of my tribe and part of the journey. I'm so glad to have you here. And of course, remember, as we are going through all this, that every second of every day of our lives, we truly are eternally and unconditionally loved by the Cosmic Father and the Cosmic Mother, our Creator. And of course, I love you too. So until we chat again, hang in there, take care of yourself. Much love to you, and we'll see you soon.